going to be a nice little beginner's yoga flow today. We're going to do a little bit of meditating, a little bit of breath work, bit of a warm up, and then we'll move into our main sequence and some stretches and a shavasana at the end, which is just a little bit of relaxation. So if you're ready, roll out your mat, have a wee drink of water, and we'll get started. And remember, you can take a break at any time during this. Yeah, we'll get started. So we're going to sit in our easy pose to begin. So that's just sitting with both of your sit bones on the ground in a cross-legged position. You can sit on a cushion as well if you want, if it's more comfortable. Sometimes when you sit like this, you might be all bent over, but that's all normal as well. Just try to sit up as tall as you possibly can. Both sit bones on the ground, shoulders relaxed and down your back, chin parallel with the floor. We're going to take our hands and place them on our knees, palms facing upward. And then we're just going to start by gently closing over the eyes. And we're going to just focus in on our breath. So in yoga, we breathe in and out through our nose. So we're going to start off by doing that. So take a big, deep inhale through your nose, filling up your whole lungs. And exhale from your nose. Another big inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. So we're just trying to find that nice little bit of calm here. Just trying to make that transition from our day, the madness of the day, to a little bit of quiet time on our yoga mats today. Keep breathing through your nose. Nice and slow. Starting to get that mind-body connection. So on your next inhale, I want you to visualize that breath going the whole way down into the bottom of your belly, filling up your lungs slowly, up past your sternum, and then exhale from the top down. Thinking of your breath in 3 parts. Inhale into the first part, the bottom of your belly, filling up the lungs, past your sternum, past your clavicle, and then exhaling from the top down. I'm just trying to be nice and as still as possible here. Any thoughts that come into your mind, just let them come and go. Taking this opportunity to just be nice and quiet. And then on your next exhale, we're just going to exhale all of the air out of our lungs. Really feel your diaphragm pushing all that air out. Then we're going to take a big inhale through our nose and exhale from the mouth. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale from the mouth. One more time, big cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale from the mouth. And then you can just go back to your regular breathing, open up your eyes, and then we're going to get moving on to another little bit of breath work. So the purpose of this breath work, or pranayama as it's called, is to relieve anxiety, just to relax the body. And when you're focusing on your breath, it's hard to focus really on anything else if you're just really being really mindful of the breath, and it just kind of helps you get away, get out of your head and into your body more so, and just generally promotes a nice sense of well-being, promotes mental health and all that. So we're going to do a breathing technique that's called alternate nostril breathing. So to do this, we're going to start off, we're going to take our right hand, we're going to take the 2 fingers, place them on the center of your forehead, and then our thumb is going to go on the right side of our nostril. So you can just sit it there for a second, and then our 2 fingers on the other side of our nostril. So this is the shape that you sort of want to end up with. Might feel a little bit weird to start, but it'll all make sense in a wee second. And with this, we're going to be inhaling on one side, retaining that breath for just a second, and then exhaling from the other side. Then inhaling from that side, retain the breath, and exhale from the other side. So we'll get started. So get your hand on position, And we're going to start off by gently closing over the left side, and you can close your eyes for this as well. So close over the left side of your nose with your 2 fingers and take a big inhale through your nose on the right side. Retain that breath and then close over the right side, release the left and exhale out from the left side. Nice and slow. Inhale now from the left side. Retain that breath as you close over the left side and release from the right. Inhale now from the right side. Retain the breath as you close the right side and release from the left. Inhale from the left side. Retain the breath, close the left side and exhale from the right. So you can keep working through these at your own pace. Really focusing on the breath, feeling it in your body. And we don't want to be moving through this too quick. Nice and slow. Feel your heart rate slowing down. With every exhale, feel your body just release a little bit more tension. A couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can drop your hand back down to your knee and go back to your regular breathing. And then we're just going to do another big inhale through our nose here. And exhale from the mouth. So one more big cleansing breath. Inhale from the nose. Exhale from the mouth. And then just going back now to your regular breathing. So that's a little bit of pranayama. So if it's your first time, you didn't quite get the hang of it, you know, you can watch the video back and practice it. It's a really nice thing to introduce into your daily life and just something you can do anytime you're feeling a little bit stressed out, just to relieve a little bit of that stress and tension. So we're going to get started now on our warm-up. So just a couple of exercises to get the body heated up and warmed up. So we sit again, checking out what our posture. So sitting up nice and tall. So the back might be getting a little bit stiff here, especially the sort of mid-back if you're not used to sitting in this position. It's all normal. The more you sit in this position, the more your back will strengthen up and it'll get more and more comfortable as time goes on. So again, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxing down your back. And your belly as well. If you want to think about having a little Buddha belly, so pushing your belly into that space between your legs will just kind of help you get that nice curve in your lower back. So I'll show you on this side. So we're going to get started then in our warm up. I'm going to start off doing a little couple of neck circles. So hands face up on our knees and we're just going to start circling the neck. So using your nose as a guide, imagine you're drawing a circle with your nose. You want to move your neck. It's full range of motion, of movement. Nice and slowly, nothing too fast. And keep your eyes open as well, or you can close them, whatever feels good for you. Draw on that nice big circle, and just feeling all those little muscles in your neck switch on. You might not have even been aware of them before, so that's what yoga's all about, just making that nice connection to your body, being mindful in your body. And then we're going to go the opposite side. So again, drawing those circles with your nose in the opposite direction. You'll be able to find a couple of little kinks in your neck, a couple of knots and stuff, just highlighting those, getting out any wee creaks and stuff. And then we're going to come back to center. So we're going to move on to our shoulders next, taking our hands. So we're going to place them on tops of our shoulders. And then we're just going to start drawing circles with our elbows. So again, nice and slowly. And you can start off with small circles or you can do big wide circles. But just trying to notice that all those muscles in your upper back and your shoulders just switching on, just drawing your attention to them. You might feel a couple of cracks and snags, it's all normal, just kind of pushing off those cobwebs. Then we're going to go in the opposite direction. You feel this way, your chest opening up and stretching. And with these ones, just trying to keep the body and the bottom half nice and stable. We don't want to be rocking all over the place. It's nice and just opening up the shoulders here. Then we're going to bring our hands back down. We're going to start now linking our breath to our movement. So we're going to start off inhaling as we raise the arms up. Draw your hands together and gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, then draw your hands down to your heart center, in the middle of your chest. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, draw your hands down to your center. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, draw your hands down to your center. Inhale over the head. Exhale, draw them down. Inhale over the head, last one. Exhale, draw your hands down to your center. Then we're going to take an inhale here at the center. And then exhale, we're going to place one hand down by our side and exhale, fan the other arm overhead, keeping both of our sit bones on the ground. So you can drop down to your forearm, or you can stay up here, whatever feels good for you. Inhale then, come to center. Exhale, drop down the other side. So hand or forearm on the mat, reaching over with your opposite hand, feeling that stretch down your whole body, keeping both sit bones on the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And the more you do, you might find on this turn, you might be able to go a little bit farther. You might be able to stretch a little bit more. Just warming up that body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to come back to our center. And this time I'm going to do a little bit of a side twist. So staying again in our easy pose, we're going to take one hand, place it on our opposite knee, and then that other hand is going to go behind our back. And we're going to be twisting and turning with the torso here. So you don't want to turn your neck the whole way around. You want to keep your chin in line with your torso here. We're going to take an inhale as we raise the chest up. Exhale, turn the torso to the side. As you exhale, you just let that exhale guide you to turn a little bit to the side. Staying here, take another inhale. Raise the chest up. Exhale, you might be able to twist it a little bit more. If you can't twist any farther, just stay where you are. You want to work in your own range here. Inhale the chest up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. And then come back center. And we're going to go the opposite side. So again, opposite hand now to the opposite knee. Other hand behind your back. Take an inhale, raise the chest up. Exhale, twist. Inhale the chest up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. And then come back to our center. I'm going to come over now to do a couple of cat-cows. So we're going to roll over onto all fours. So here you want to make sure that your knee is underneath your hip and that your hand, your wrist is underneath your shoulder. So your hands as well, you want to fan them out on the mat and you want to kind of evenly disperse your weight into your hands. So pushing your weight as well into your fingertips so you're not putting too much weight into the wrists. and try to grip the mat with your fingers here as well. So we're going to link our breath to our movement here as well. So this is our neutral position, so your back should be nice and straight here. And as we inhale, we're going to raise the eyes up towards the ceiling. We're going to arch the lower back with our inhale. Feel that stretch all down our chest. And then exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin to the chest, and we're going to get a nice kind of humpy shape in our upper back. Push the world away with your hands. Inhale and then raise the gaze up towards the ceiling, arch the lower back. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, curl the pelvis under. Push the world away with your hands. Get that nice C curve in your spine. Take a big inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin under, push the world away. Inhale, arch the lower back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, tailbone under. And then come back to our neutral position. I'm going to do another one here. It's like a reach and crunch. So we're kind of like our bird dogs in the gym. So on all fours, we're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. So with your hand that's staying on the floor, grip the mat. So there's going to be a little bit of balance work here. I'm going to reach out to start like our bird dog, opposite hand, opposite leg. And then we're just going to reach the arm up a little more, gaze up towards the ceiling, lift the leg up. Exhale, then we're going to bring our opposite elbow to our knee as we crunch. Lengthen that with the exhale. Inhale, reach, extend the lower back. Exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Get that crunch. One more. Inhale, stretch the arm out, leg out. Exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Come back to all fours. I'm going to do opposite side now. So gripping the floor with your hand here, a little bit of balance work. Extend your foot and your other arm out into bird dog. And then inhale as you raise your arm up, leg up. Exhale, opposite knee, opposite elbow, crunch. Inhale, arm up, leg up. Exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Last one. Inhale, arm up, leg up. Exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Come back to all fours. And we're going to finish off this little warm up with the bear plank. So, in our all fours position here, we're going to tuck the toes under so that our toes are on the mat. Press the weight into the hands here, and we're going to lift the knees into a half plank. Oh, sorry, a bear plank. Just take a couple of breaths here. Contract your core, activate all of your muscles here. And just try to focus on your breath. Breathe nice and slowly. In and out through your nose. I'm going to build up that heat in your body. Last breath. Now I'm going to drop the knees down to the mat. Spread the knees apart here and just sit the butt back towards the heels into child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front. Bring yourself down. Try to put your forehead on the mat. And when you're down here, you can walk your fingertips away from your body more so you get that stretch all in your back. And just take a few breaths here to recover. Again, using that full capacity of your lungs. Imagine your lungs like two big balloons and you're just inflating them into that space between your legs. Taking the last couple of breaths here. Every exhale, just exhale out more and more tension from your body. And then we're gently going to start walking the hands back towards the body. Start rebuilding your spine, reset your spine. Then you come up to a seated, upright position. And then we're just going to take our hands together and just kind of stretch out our wrists here. Just doing a couple of little circles with our wrists. So might have had a little bit of might be a little bit achy after all that wrist work. And bring your hands together and just stretch them out either side as well. You can take a little drink here if you need it. And then we're going to move on to a little bit of a standing sequence. So if you make your way to an upright position on your mat, we're going to get started on that. Take a drink here myself. I'm going to start off with our mountain pose. So mountain pose is basically we're going to stand in upright position, feet together or just a little space between them. Stand up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed and down. And then our arms are just going to be down by our sides here. So this is like a strong pose we're going to be doing. So it can feel passive if you want to make it passive, but you want it to be active. So you want to like push your weight through your fingers, tense your legs, activate your whole body. Just think of it as feeling nice and strong, like a mountain. Nothing's gonna get through you. So just take a little breath here to start. In through your nose, out through your nose. Now we're going to get started then on our standing half moon pose. So from this position, we're going to inhale the arms up over our head, joining our hands together, and then reach our fingertips up towards the ceiling. So you want your biceps by your ears, but you don't want your shoulders to be all up like that. You want to try and draw those down a little bit while your arms are extended up. Bring your biceps to your ears. Take a big inhale through your nose. And exhale, we're just going to twist point the body to the side, I should say, while keeping your arms nice and straight. Keeping your legs where they were as well. So you don't want to be kind of limped over here, you want to be nice and strong. If you have to come back up to just here, do that, or you can stretch as much as feels good for you. And just here, we're just going to keep breathing in and out through the nose. So the aim is to kind of hold these sort of poses for 3 to 5 breaths, each breath being about 5 seconds or so, and the inhale and exhale, 2.5 seconds each, or whatever feels comfy for you. But the point of all this is to find some calm in the chaos. You'll be feeling tired and all, but you just want to try and meditate on that. Then I'm going to inhale up, exhale, come to the other side. You might find as well, one side you can go a little bit deeper than the other. It's all normal. We all have one more dominant side that we use. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Keep breathing through. If you're wobbling over the place, find a point and kind of focus on it. It'll help you stay solid, help you from shaking. And we're going to inhale back up. Exhale, bring your hands down. We're going to move on to our second pose now, which is chair pose. So it's like a squat, except we're not going to drop down too far. So keep both of your feet together. We're going to inhale as we sit the butt back, raise the arms up. So we're going to push the weight into our heels as well. You can lift your toes off the mat here. So you're going to really feel this in your quads here. So we're trying to tire out the body with all these poses. The goal is to tire out the body so when we lie down in our shavasana at the end, we can relax. So inhaling here and exhaling through the nose. Trying to inhale for about 2.5 seconds. Exhale for that same time. Just trying to slow it all down. Keep breathing. Again, take a break anytime you need it. Quads should be on fire here. And then your next exhale, we're going to stand up. From here, we're going to drop down to a forward fold. So we want to bring our chest to our quad area here. So bending over like this, bring your chest to your quads. You might have to bend your knees to get down here. So you don't want to be folded over like this. You want to bring your chest to your quads. So however far you have to bend your knees to do that, do that. And then when your chest is in contact with your quads, you want to lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. You feel that stretch all down your hamstrings. And then your head, you can just let your head hang down here. You can hold onto your ankles, or you can put the inside of your forearm behind your calves if you can. Actively lifting your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all down your hamstrings. And just taking a couple of breaths here. Keep lifting those sit bones. Make sure you're bending your knees to get your chest to your quads. Last breath or so here. And then we're going to come back up to an upright position. We're going to come there for a triangle pose. So, for this pose, we're going to start off with our right leg. So step back a little bit in your mat. We're going to step forward with the right leg. Our toes are going to be facing forward. And then our back foot, we're going to have that back foot turned at a 45-degree angle. So your right leg, toes facing forward, your back foot at that 45-degree angle. And then you're going to bend your knee here. So it's a bent knee triangle pose you're doing. So bend your knee so your knee is over your ankle. And we kind of want to turn our body out so it's facing this way a little bit. So you feel that stretch straight away in the back of your legs. Tucking your tailbone under as well kind of help you keep that position. And then from here we're going to raise the arms up like this. We're going to lean forward. So push yourselves forward a little bit. Keeping the legs over the arm. Watch that knee isn't turning in. We want that turned out. And then from here we're going to drop one hand down as we bring the other arm up. So this hand is coming down towards our foot here. And we're going to turn and bring our gaze up towards that hand in the ceiling. So you should feel that stretch all over your chest. And then imagine there's two people grabbing each hand and they're pulling them as far away from each other as possible. Keep that arm up nice and straight, nice and strong. Active body. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Keep holding it, hang in there. And then from here, that top hand, we're going to bring it down towards the mat with our other hand. We're going to step that leg back. So we're sort of in like a high plank position. And then from here, we're going to lift the butt into the air and come to downward facing dog. So here, you can bend your knees if your hamstrings are anyway tight. The goal of this pose is to get your back straight first and then lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So bend your knees if you have to get your back straight. And here you can walk your dog out, so raising the heels off the ground. You can feel nice. And just taking a couple of breaths here. So again, you want that back nice and straight. Lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees if you have to. So feeling this pose in your shoulders, in the backs of your legs, in your back. And then from here, we're just going to walk the hands back towards the feet. And then when our hands get to our feet, we're just going to gently reset the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Coming back up to our standing position. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to do the other side. So, the last time we led with our right. So this time, we're going to lead with our left. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. So we're going to start off again with the triangle pose to do the other side. So leading with the left foot, toes facing forward, back foot at that 45-degree angle. When we get that position right, we're going to bend, sink down into the knee, knee above the ankle, tuck the tailbone under, activate those hip flexors. And we're going to raise our arms up, like warrior two. So we're going to hinge forward, lean forward, and then we're going to drop that hand down towards our foot, other arm up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all over your chest. And then imagine someone pulling one hand away from the other, keeping those arms nice and strong and active. If your heart's racing here, you might be breathing a little bit faster. Just try to remember your breath. Try to come back Doing those 2.5 seconds in the inhale, 2.5 in the exhale. If you can breathe for longer than that, you can do longer than that if you want. If you're shorter, you can do that as well. Whatever's comfy for you. Last breath, hanging there. And then from here, dropping the hand in, meet the other hand on the ground, step that foot back, come to our high plank here, wrists underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to lift the butt up towards the ceiling, get that nice straight lower back, bend your knees if you have to for the downward dog, and lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. You can walk your dog out here, get that nice stretch in the legs. Shoulders are active, legs are active, back is active. You might be slipping all, try not to move too much, try to grip that mat with your fingertips. Press your palm of your hand into the mat and try to press your fingertips as well. Keep breathing here, walking out your dog. And then from here, just going to walk the hands back towards the body. When they meet the feet then, we're just going to gently reset the spine. Nice and slow. Come back up. Back then into our mountain pose. Arms down by your side, just taking an inhale. And exhale. And that's our little flow. Done. I'm going to do a little bit of stretching now. So come down to the mat, take a little drink if you need it. I'm going to sit down on the mat here, sit bones on the ground. We're going to do a little bit of butterfly pose. So both of the soles of your feet, you're going to join them together, and then you're going to bring your heels in towards your body. So again, this is going to feel different for everyone. You can sit in your pillow again if that's more comfortable for you. You might be up here with your butterfly, or you might be closer to your body, your knees might be on the ground, or they might be up here. That's all normal as well. We just want to do what's comfortable for our own bodies. So again, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Your feet are together, you can hold on to your feet, and now we're just going to start fluttering the knees a little bit. So feeling that stretch in our hip flexors. And just bring that heart rate back down. Bring your attention back to the breath. And you can stop fluttering and just try to press your knees down towards the mat. Feel that stretch in your legs, in your inner thighs, and your hips. And then from here, we're going to extend one leg out. So bring one leg out to the side. That other leg, you're going to try and bring that close to the inside of your thigh here. Then it's going to look different for everyone as well, so don't worry if you don't look exactly like this. Once your leg is coming to, your foot is coming to the inside of your thigh, and your other leg is stretched out here. And you can have a little bend in your knee as well if it hurts to put your leg out flat. So I'm going to inhale the arms up over the head. We're going to turn the torso towards the extended leg, and then we're going to exhale as we fold over the leg and reach towards the toes. So again, you can bend your knee here, reaching towards the toe. Feeling that stretch all down our side here. Feeling it in our legs. You'll everybody be feeling it different depending on where you're tight. But you don't want to just bend over. You want to have twisted your torso to turn towards your leg and then fold it over. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to inhale the arms back up. Exhale, draw them down. And then extend the other side. So extend the other leg out, draw that opposite leg back in towards your thigh. Inhale the arms up over the head. Turn the torso towards your extended leg. Exhale, fold over towards your leg, your toes. Bend that knee if you have to, reach towards your toes. Feel that stretch all down your side. And don't push your body too far as well, like just work in your own range. You don't ever want to feel a sharp shooting pain. It should feel sort of like on the edge of your comfort zone, like just enough to make it grow. And then we're going to inhale the arms back up. Exhale, draw your hands back down. And then we can release the legs. We're going to lie down now for our Shavasana. So the whole purpose of yoga is to exhaust the body so we can lie down in this Shavasana, or corpse pose as it's called, and we can relax. You can just kind of get into a better headspace. You can meditate better when you're relaxed in this pose. So to get into the pose, you can take your little blanket as well if you have it and wrap it around you. We're basically going to lie down flat on our mat, shoulders on the mat if they fit. Lying down as if you're imagining you're on a sun lounger, relaxing. And then your legs, you're just going to let your feet fall out to the side. You can have a little space between your legs, and then your arms are down and out by your side with your palms facing up. And you're just going to take a big inhale here through your nose, and exhale from your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale from your mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose, exhale from your mouth. And it's a really nice time now to do a quick body scan. So just thinking about your body from your head the whole way down to your feet. And with every exhale, you're just trying to release tension from your body. So you might notice you're still carrying a lot of tension in your shoulders. If you exhale, just try to imagine that disappearing. Try to relax and let your body melt into the mat. Thinking about your toes, relaxing those toes, relaxing your ankles, relaxing your knees and your quads, letting your lower back just melt into the mat. Every exhale, just exhale away any tension you might be carrying, and relax your stomach, relax your chest. Let your shoulders melt into the mat. Relax your arms. Maybe let your fingers curl up to the side. Relax your neck and your jaw. You remove the tongue from the roof of the mat and just relaxing your cheeks. Your eyes are closed over gently. You're just letting any thoughts come and go in your head. Now lie here for a minute or two and just let your body become a dead weight. your fingers, wiggling your toes, bringing the attention back to the breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw our left knee in towards our chest and just roll over onto your right side. And just take a little minute here. Take a couple of breaths here. And then whenever you're ready, keeping your eyes closed over, you can press yourself back up, coming back to that easy pose, seated cross-legged with your hands together in your heart center. And we're just going to take another big breath here together. And then exhale, drop your forehead down to your fingertips. And we're just going to take this last few moments, just be reflective of our practice tonight. And just thank ourselves for taking this little bit of time to do something for ourselves. It's a really nice time as well to just think of something, a few things you might be grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything major. These simple stuff such as you have food in your house tonight, or it's a nice warm place you can rest your head. We're going to take one more deep big breath and exhale from the mouth. And then when you're ready, you can raise your head, open up your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me for yoga practice, our first live stream session, Fighting Fit, and hopefully there's plenty more to come. So if you like the video, give it a like and a thumbs up, and any suggestions about anything at all, you can just let me know.